Right, ladies and gents, today we're going to talk about some of my favourite big day shoes. Shoes that aren't always going to be the quickest shoe that you'll put on, but something that will last you, say, a big day, anything 6 hours plus. The classic Mafate 4. And a shoe that's probably a little bit hidden in the market is a North Face Altamesa 500. Fantastic shoe. So these are the shoes here that I think about can handle most terrains and are the sort of shoes that are good for relatively heavy, slower runners, your mid-pack runner, right, or the back of the pack. And the best thing about these shoes here for me is they are the shoes that hold their cushion really, really well. There are some flaws with these shoes, do not get me wrong, as we know with testing shoes, trialing shoes, no shoe is perfect. Now for me, I've always loved this shoe. 5mm lugs, and the lugs last a lot better than, say, something like a Speedgoat. I don't know if that's just because they feel to be, I don't know, just a better compound in the outsole. I've had quite a few pairs of these shoes. I've ran Dragon's Back Racing a pair of these as well, and they held up quite well. For me as well, they're like, it's that getting that 4-foot cushioning as well. That's a key thing for me with a shoe. And I always just felt like these were Speedgoats on roids. The only setback for me with this shoe is the width of it. Like, I don't know if you remember, Speedgoat usually comes out with, especially the 5, used to come out with a wide. And that was a great shoe, but I always found the durability just to not be good enough. You could take it out for like a 50k race and your lugs would be worn down. So I moved on to this shoe. Fantastic shoe, but it does come at a cost, and that's the width. I've always felt my pinkies be a little bit squashed on these shoes, but it's one of those shoes where it's so reliable, I'm actually willing to take the hit, and usually I would notice that my little toe would hurt, say, after the event I've done. It's a great shoe, 5mm lug, really good on terrain, like technical terrain, but it's just a really good all-rounder. It's not like a quick shoe. It can feel quite like clumpy, but I feel like this is like the old era of Hoka. Like when I'm trialing their new shoes, minus their Rocket X Trail, link to that video, fantastic shoe. I'm finding Hoka shoes like the Stinson Speedgoats, got the new Mafates coming this week as well. I'm finding their newer model shoes to be a lot firmer, and that annoys me because when I always think of Hoka, I buy that shoe because you can put it on and just go running in it and it's not an issue. Whereas some of their more higher stack models of late, Speedgoat 6, their recent Stinson, they're quite firm. So I'll be keen to see what the Mafate 5 looks like. Great shoe, could be doing it a little bit wider. Let's hope the Mafate 5 can live up to this expectation. So, North Face. One of those brands that's obviously breaking into the trail running scene, but it's still quite a commercial brand, isn't it? Let's be honest. We know what Hoka's about. We know what Solomon's about. We know what like Saucony's about as well. We know about those brands and what they bring to the trail community. They're tried and tested, but North Face is like a commercial mountaineering brand. Excuse me. And they're still, I wouldn't say breaking their way onto the scene, but still, like, people are probably a little bit skeptical of them. But these are a fantastic shoe. I'll do another video on these as well. Like, they need their own little day because I did one of the things you should never do in running. But this, for me, their foam in this is a phenomenal shoe. One of the best things about this shoe as well is it's very wide. You can see there. So it's really wide at the 4-foot. So even though this is relatively high stack, really thick here, which is good, it actually handles technical ground quite well, to be fair. I think they put it as a road to trail shoe, but I'd say that, you know, the percentage of it being on trail is actually higher than what they would say it is online. I think this is a great trail shoe, and it can run on road as well, which is handy. But yeah, those are my two favourite big day shoes. Never had any issues with this shoe, like I said, and I did a Pennine Barrier 50 miler, bought them straight up the box, and I was surprised at how good my feet felt after the race. There was over 3,000 meters of elevation in that race as well, and how when I was running in the last few miles, like, the foam was still working, which is really good. And that's something I look for in a shoe, because remember, when we're looking for these high stack options to last all day, sometimes the only way you're going to know is if it lasts all day is if you spend time in it. And sometimes that's while we're racing, and that's not always an ideal thing. Like with the Prodigio Pro, fantastic shoe, but for me that has a limit at 50k. That's what I've done in that shoe, and my feet were hurting quite a bit. Whereas the Altamesa and the Mafates, they carry on feeling good past the 50k. So for me, depending on where you are in the pack or what your goal is, these are really good big day shoes. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I've probably got other shoes I think about like that. Salomon Genesis is quite good, but a bit thin at the forefoot. But those shoes there, I always know if I'm, say, trialing a new shoe and I want to see, those shoes there are the things I can fall back on. Like, especially the Mafate 4, I've fell back on that shoe quite a lot. So yeah, let me know what your sort of big day shoe is. So yeah, hopefully that's been helpful. You can still get those shoes at quite a good price, because obviously the Mafate 5's come out now, so the 4 is obviously reduced. The Altamesa 500 has been out for ages, so you can still get that at a really reasonable price. And if you've got any big day shoes, let me know.